Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a sort of updated 20 facts about me. Now I thought this would be quite a fun idea since my channel is turning 1 from sort of the time that I started uploading like permanently, if that's what you want to call it. Like not my little videos that I had before I came properly like from like August last year. And I done a 20 facts about me, so I'm quite sure that I done the interview tips and then the 20 facts about me. But anyway, I done this on the 18th of August and I thought it would be quite interesting. Now a lot of these facts are things that are just general and a lot of them haven't changed, but a lot of them I've maybe expanded on or have changed. So there's 20 facts obviously, and I think 10 of them roughly are the same, and then like 10 of them are kind of expanded or changed. So I thought it would kind of be worth my while doing this video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I just want to quickly say I am so thankful for every single person watching this video, every single person subscribed, every single person that likes, dislikes, leaves a comment. I wouldn't honestly be here, and I know everyone says it, but I wouldn't honestly be here if it wasn't for you guys. And I'm so glad that we hit 500 subscribers, and I know people grow quicker or slower or whatever, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we can hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I want to say it would happen, but with this pandemic and stuff going on, I don't want to get my hopes up too much. But if you know anyone that would love this channel or like this channel or like any of my videos, then please let them know and tell them to subscribe, and let me know any video ideas you want to see down below, because obviously I love creating content that you guys want to see rather than I fancy filming this, so I'm just going to film it regardless on if you are going to like it. So I always look for your suggestions, and if you don't want to comment below, you can DM me on Instagram or Twitter, or even tweet me or comment on one of my Instagrams, or I sometimes on my Instagram stories I pop the little box for video ideas. I pop that story up quite irregularly, because obviously I want to see what people are saying, and if like 5 people are saying in one video, obviously I know to do that video, but that's only one video, so as many suggestions as possible. So yeah, let's just crack on into this video. So fact number 1 is just my full name, so that's not changed. It's just still Caitlin Vicky Valentine Sinnett, same as last year, and will be the same for quite a little while. My second fact is my date of birth, which obviously hasn't changed. Like, could you actually imagine if it had? So it's still 7th of March, still 2002. That's not going to change. That hasn't changed. I don't think it ever will. So fact number 3 is where I stay. So I still stay in West Lothian, Scotland. I've never really thought about moving out of West Lothian or moving out of Scotland. It's never really something that's been in, like planned in my head or anything. Like my family and Kyle's family's in West Lothian, so and then I've got other members of family in Scotland, so it's not really a thing that I've thought of, like moving away from here. I'd probably stay here like forever. Last year I was obviously 17, and if you were aware, even though I've just said it, my birthday was in March, so I am now 18, and I have also got a little what I got for my birthday, so I'll pop that in the description box down below. Kind of relevant now, but it's still ideas. I quite like watching these types of videos like later on, because it gives you ideas on what you might want for your birthday or even your Christmas, since Christmas is coming up. So my shoe size is a size 6. That was last year. I'm still a 6, but I'm between a 5.5 and a 6. So like my Alexander McQueen's, my Air Forces, I'm a 5.5. Other shoes I'm a 6. The reason I discovered that I was kind of a 5.5 or a 6 was Kyle got a pair of Air Forces. Now when we went to the shop to go and get them, they only had a 5.5 for them, they didn't have a 6. So I tried on the 5.5 and they were comfier, and then when I got home I tried them on, I was like, right, these are comfier than my size 6 ones. So yeah, I'm kind of a 5.5 and a 6. I always probably end up saying I'm a 6, but I would try on both when I'm going to go and get a pair of shoes, and it depends on how they fit, or it depends on how I want them to fit or how they feel or whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of in between depending on the make, the model, the style, whatever. Will depend on if I'm a 5.5 or if I'm a 6. So number 6 is I'm still 5'5". Like, I'm not grew. If you ever bump into me, ever meet me, don't expect me to be like, because I can tell you right now, I'm not all that height. I don't know if it's noticeable that I'm like not that tall. I feel like my Edinburgh vlog and stuff, like when you're at the height of vlogging, I don't think you'd be able to tell that maybe I'm not as tall. And me and Kyle are quite similar height, so it's not like he's like 5 foot or 6 foot, and I'm like 5'5", and I'm like you get what I mean, because Kyle's 5'7", so there's quite a similar height difference between the two of us. And then when I'm doing my try on hauls, I don't know if it's noticeable because obviously you guys haven't been in my room, like personally been in my room, so you don't know like those boxes that are behind me when I do my try on hauls, like where they are. So yeah, I don't know if it's really noticeable what height I am, but just if you ever see me, bump into me, I'm 5'5", don't expect too much. So number 7 was my favourite flowers. They're still roses. I absolutely love roses. I feel like I've never really had loads of different bunches of flowers, but I feel like roses are the only flowers that smell different. But that's just my personal preference. I haven't obviously smelled loads of different kinds of flowers. So yeah, I just know that, yeah, I just think that roses smell different from them all. Obviously they do, obviously every flower smells differently, but I feel like roses are the ones that stands out for me. And they're so pretty and they're so nice, and yeah, I just love them. So number 8 is my phobia. It's still spiders. You're never going to get me away from that. They're absolutely disgusting creatures. I absolutely hate them, and if I have a single spider near me or in my house, it's like panic stations. Like if there's one in my ceilings are quite high, so if there's one in my ceiling and I can't get it, like the fear, like I wake up during the night and I'm like, oh my god, where is it? Or like I wake up in the morning and it's like the first thing I think of. Like the fear of spiders is ridiculous and I absolutely hate them. So number 9 was my favourite cereal. It's still Cocoa Pops. I absolutely love it. I love drinking the milk and chocolate milk. It's like a 2-in-1, isn't it? You get chocolate milk and you get your cereal. It's just love it. So number 10 is my favourite food. Now it's still pizza. And I still agree with myself from last year. You can actually have pizza in any way. You can have chocolate pizza, you can have normal pizza, you can have anything. You can have anything on pizza. It's just, if I had to live on one like bit of food or like type of food, it would definitely be pizza, because you can have absolutely anything on it, and I just feel like you can get sick of it. Like pizza's pizza, but it's the toppings that make it different, and I think that's why you couldn't get sick of it. So number 11 is about my pets. So last year I had 2 rabbits, one called Joey, which was light brown, and one called Skippy, which he is black. I now only have one. One of them passed with old age, which was Joey. He's the one that's light brown. So yeah, I'm down to 1 rabbit, but they are really old, and at one point we had them in the house and then we put them outside, and they're supposed to like live longer if they're in the house than outside, so we kind of weren't sure how long they'd live for, because we had them in, they were outside, inside and then outside, and then like inside again and then outside, so it's kind of like in and out. But they've basically lived for this, like, the length of time you're supposed to when they're inside, so I don't know if kind of like the outside's not affect them because they've been in for so long. But yeah, they're really old, or Skippy's now really old, and obviously Joey passed from old age. So number 12 is about me not smoking, and I can safely say that I still don't smoke. I still don't intend to, and I've never tried it. Still not tried it. Still don't do it. Still don't intend to do it. I don't bother about people smoking. Like, if you were to stand next to me and you were to smoke, I'd be like just don't obviously breathe it in my face. Or like when they go around with these big vapes and it's like you're walking through a cloud of like candy floss, it's like go away. But yeah, I don't bother about people smoking, just obviously like don't blow it in my face. But that's not me not bothering, that's just me being like, I don't want to choke to death by your smoke, so face other way. So number 13 was my favourite thing about going to the cinema. It's still ice blasts. I've not actually been to cinema that much. There's one cinema in my town, which I don't know if it's actually closed down because of COVID, but and then there's one at the shopping centre that's closest to me. The one at the shopping centre does ice blasts, the one at the town doesn't. But yeah, it's still getting ice blasts. Like, I think, how many times have I been? I think I've actually only been in the cinema twice since filming this video last year. I went to see The Lion King and I went to see Aladdin. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I've only been to cinema twice since last year. Once was the cinema at my town and once was the cinema up at the shopping centre that's closest to me. So I've had one ice blast from a cinema, but then sometimes when I go shopping I nip in the cinema and get ice blasts, and then there's 2 shops in my town that sell ice blasts, so I've got them everywhere. So number 14 was about sort of my driving. Last year I was still learning to drive, and this year now I have passed. I passed in January, which it gives me the actual fear of God, like thinking about my test, and like how nervous I was, and like you couldn't pay me to go and relive it. Like you couldn't actually pay me to go and relive it, because a little, like, if you want a full video on like my sort of driving experience, like my lessons or just my test or whatever, then let me know. But I had 0 minors, and obviously 0 majors, but as I was driving, now they do it on this tablet rather than paper. But the tablet, like the way the glass is, like if you look over you can't see, they can only see from like face on, you can't see from like an angle. So as I was driving I was like, oh my god, like I've actually failed this, like he's not touched his iPad once. And I got back, I was like, right, I think I've done okay, but I think I failed it. Like, I was telling myself I had failed it because he hadn't touched the iPad once. It was like really concerning me, the fact that he hadn't like tapped anything, because obviously that meant like minors. But even if I had failed, it would still mark me for my minors. But I thought maybe it was just the preference of the instructor or examiner even. So as I was driving at the test centre, like finishing my test, I was like, right, preparing myself obviously, and then he was like, well, I'm happy to say that you've passed with 0 minors. I was like, what? Like, clean the slate, like, so I'm so happy. But as I said, if you wanted a video on that, just let me know down below. But I passed in January. I've been driving for about 6 months, coming on 7, and you couldn't pay me to go and sit my test again. You couldn't pay me to go and feel how I felt when I just passed my test. I had just passed my test and it started snowing. I was driving home from college and work in the snow, sitting in traffic for about hours, getting home, and what should have been like a 20-minute journey was actually like 2 hours. So yeah, but I wouldn't relive it, no way. But I'm so glad I've done it. And if you want any driving videos, let me know. Just with lockdown and stuff, I've never had the chance to do driving videos, but if you want any then let me know down below. So number 15 is my braces. Now back then, I'm saying back then as if it was like 10 years ago. Last year I had braces. I still do, thanks to COVID. I was supposed to be getting them off. I keep telling everyone this, like I don't actually have confirmation that I was. The orthodontist, I think he was wanting to get me back for like another checkup, tighten, make sure everything was going into the right place. And then I don't know if I was going to have like another one of those after, depending on obviously how that was, and then book me in obviously to get my braces off. So last year I had them on for a year and 5 months, and now I've got them on for a year and 2 years and 5 months, which is crazy because yeah, I don't know, I've got so used to them, so to get them off I'm going to be like, oh my god, I've got teeth, like so weird. But yeah, thanks to COVID I've still got my braces on, even though I should have them off, but do you know what, at the end of the day that's what it is, and I don't know. So number 16 is my favourite colour, and it's still pink. It has been for a long time and probably will be for a long time. I absolutely love pink, light pink, like a mauvey pink. Love pink. So number 17 is my favourite YouTuber. So my favourite YouTuber last year was Saffron Barker, and she is still my favourite YouTuber, along with Gemma Louise Mills, or Miles. I get it wrong every time. I say the opposite one every time. And it's also Kenna Marie. I love those three. I binge those three. Like the three of them have total different personalities, and I just love them all. So number 18 is my favourite singer, and it's still just Lewis Capaldi. It's not just because he's Scottish, but it's just because he has a good voice, and yeah, I just love him. So number 19 is my favourite TV programme. Last year it was Love Island. It's still the same, obviously when it's on. I quite like EastEnders and stuff when Love Island isn't on. So yeah, that's my favourite TV programme. And number 20 is, I was studying hairdressing at college. I'm going on to the 3rd year. I've been doing this 3 years now. I'm going to do my 3rd year. This is my last year. I'm a qualified hairdresser now. I'm going to go on and graduate, so that'll be fun. Final year, and then I'm kind of on my own in the hairdressing industry, which is kind of scary, but it's quite exciting as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I haven't rambled too much, and I hope it's not been boring. I just thought it would be quite a interesting thing to do, because if you're a new subscriber then you'll get to know me, but if you're an older subscriber then you'll know me, but this is kind of like updating you on everything. So rather than sitting down an updating video, I just thought I would do the facts, because that means that it's kind of a win-win for new and old subscribers. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to smash a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I would absolutely love it if we could get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Obviously with all this going on, it's crazy stuff, so I don't know if it would happen, but I would absolutely love it, make my dreams come true, and it would be the best Christmas present I could ever ask for. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!